switch. There we go. All right. Welcome to the journey. I'll be right with you all. So welcome. You can't see me yet because I'm still attaching sound. Make sure I'm doing this right. Apparently in this life, I'm not going to be on time for nothing, ever. And that's okay, I'm trying. I'm doing all the things though, and maybe it's to prove that time doesn't really exist and I'm supposed to break down all the paradigms like I break down every other paradigm. Who knows? So I'm pulling the little microphone cable down so that picks up nice. All right, and hey, can you still hear me now that I attached the microphone? Let me know if you can hear me. Time is inconsequential, so I think you heard some of that conversation then. Ain't that the truth? So, welcome to the party. Ooh, we got some yogi. It's called yogi tea. I like it because it comes with a little affirmation. So it says, let your energy be used to build, not destroy. And today it's sweet tangerine, positive energy, because I didn't sleep much last night because I stayed up too late. And that's my own problem. Then we got our cacao. I'm going to take a quick sip, not spill it all over the counter. I do not have this on selfie mode today. I don't know why I decided to change it up. So I can't see your comments as of right now. When Lou comes downstairs, I will have her bring the computer and then I can hook up to that. So new fun things happening in the music world. And my friend Fleck came and played with me on Saturday, and both of us are not fans of recording at all. And that's okay. But we had a good time, and it was our own second time ever playing together, and we pulled it off really nice. I know that because the tips were about the same, a little bit higher than last week's tips. So that means that the vibe is going well and people are enjoying it, because otherwise sometimes it drops my tips a lot when people come play. Not everybody. My friend Tim comes and plays and the tips are good. But there were other folks come in and it didn't do so well. Anywho, so that went really well. And he messaged me or called yesterday and said he wanted to do some more music together. And so I thought that was really exciting. So yeah, we're going to jam on and do some more practices together. I got booked for a gig tomorrow night. People are coming to find me because I've been manifesting this. I don't have time to play and practice because I'm not making time for it. But I know that I would make time for it if I'm going to get paid for it. And so somebody contacted me to do a small intimate gathering on their porch for their birthday with their family and close friends. And so I thought that was really cool that like I've been manifesting more gigs. I haven't even had the time to reach out to people and be like, hey, you have extra gig space available, I can come play. So at least the energy is coming to me and I don't have to go searching for it, which is really nice. So I was playing a Jewel song today at the park and I'm going to try it. And this is the first time ever that I am playing a song like this where I'm doing finger plucking in a different way with like actual have to get it right. Hang on one second. Hey, Luby. Oh, she must still be playing her cello. So this is You Were Meant for Me, and you'll see that the finger picking is different than what I'm normally used to. So here we go. Hear the clock at 6 a.m. Feel so far from where I've been. Got my eggs and my pancakes too. Got my maple syrup, everything but you. Bake the yolks and make a smiley face. Kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots up off the middle, leave my keys in the door. Never put wet towels for any more, 'cause dreams last so long. Even after you're gone, I know you love me, and soon I know you'll see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Called my mama, she was out for a walk. I sold a cup of coffee, but didn't want to talk, so I picked up the paper. Even more bad news, my heart's been broken, people been used. Put on my coat in the pouring rain. I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy, oh, I was sad, and it made me miss you, oh so bad, 'cause dreams last so long. Even after you're gone, I know you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Go by my business, I'm doing fine. Besides, what I'll say if I had you on the line. Same old story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Oh my goodness. Put my teeth and put the cap back. I brush my teeth and put the cap back on. Know you hate it, and I leave the light on. And I pick up my cup, and then I turn the sheets down, and then I take a deep breath. Good look around. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I have a life, but I feel mostly dead. I try and tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think anymore tonight, 'cause dreams last so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. You were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah! Messed it up like crazy. That's okay, because I tried. I did it. Made it happen, right? So we've only got time for the one song today. I've only got till 12:30 to paint with y'all today. Life is a whirlwind and a blur, but let me go grab that computer so I can see y'all's comments, and then we will get to it. All right, hang on. Set change over. Set change. Doo-doo. All right. We got our artwork. We're gonna Yogi tea sounds like bear pee. Congrats on my porch gig. Thank you, my friend. Oh, those are waves. So there we are at our new location. Go grab the computer. Thanks for the congratulations. Don't give up, you'll have somewhere to turn. So my oldest or middle daughter is playing her cello upstairs, if you guys can hear a little bit of that. She likes learning songs that are not just in her Suzuki book, which I definitely encourage, because if it brings her joy, she's going to do more of it. And so right now she's playing a song from Pete's Dragon called Candle on the Water. And it's such a beautiful song, and she sings it on the lighthouse, and she's like, I'll be your candle on the water. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I don't remember the lady's name that sang it. I probably should know that. So, whoop, look at there we are. Thank you again for the congratulations. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the chaos. So, I am in much better spirits today. And I learned a lot of lessons the other day. A whole lot of lessons. I've learned lessons about Lucky, and lessons about his situation, and lessons about myself. And yeah, we're going to get started. So I'm feeling that we're going to come off of this and paint some viney leaf things out here. That's kind of what I'm feeling. We're also going to do a black dot above these guys. That's what I'm being told to do first. So we're going to start there. I did a separate video that I'm going to post that's not the live, talking about the lessons that I learned over the last couple of days. And I kept asking myself and asking Spirit, like, why is this happening? What am I not learning? What am I not understanding? What's not coming in for me? Because, like, why is this chaos still happening? And in the past, I realized that I run from my problems. I run from difficulties. I run from any type of discomfort because I don't want to feel it. I don't want to feel the emotions that are associated with that discomfort. I don't want to feel the pain that comes from that discomfort. I don't want anything to do with it. And so if I run away from it, it'll go away, right? No, the answer is no. It doesn't ever go away. It just sits and festers until something's done about it. And so what happened? Well, I had this exchange happen on Monday, and I believe that finally, like, standing in my power, standing with boundaries, standing up for my family and Lucky, I think that finally shifted the energy. And so when I went to the farm today, the owner came over and he was like, hey, I'm going to put a pile, or he goes, you can go get hay off of the hay truck. There's loose hay in there. There's a whole pile of it. Go take it and throw it out in the pasture for him. And then he was asking about the open hay feeder that we purchased last night. And I said, that's getting delivered in the next day or two. He's on steroids for right now to help him. We're going to be bedding down the stalls because it's like a time issue right now, trying to get Chris from work. He's working until 4 or 5 every day. And he was like getting the update. Well, then he goes and gets the tractor and then like does it himself and puts this huge pile of hay in the field for him. And you could just tell that there was a new level of compassion. And I guess that was like something that I wanted out of the whole scenario, was like compassion for this poor horse that's going through it. And not just because he's my horse, but that he's any horse that's having to suffer and deal like this because of people's choice to ignore what's right in front of them or not listen. I mean, they didn't listen to us. We've been begging for change for months. And whatever the blockade was, it definitely took me standing in my power, not running from my issues, not having anybody solve them for me. Because, like, that was something I said on Monday. I was like, Chris, don't leave me out there. I can't do this alone. Oh no, Melanie, we made a mistake. Ah. I said, you can't leave me alone out here. And he's like, okay, that's fine. And we get to the farm and he's like, I've got to go to the bathroom. I got to go to the gas station. I'm like, man, not even knowing what was going to come up after that. So it was like intentional from the universe for me to learn this lesson about standing in my power, standing up for myself, standing up for my family, having the boundaries. And so today I found the gratitude also that, like, I was able to be here and care for him during this time that he needed me. And I couldn't figure out for the longest time what the lesson was, that like we were going through this and life was so difficult. Finally, like, I have the ability to travel out to see him. I can take him on walks. I can do the things. Had he been going through this 3 years ago, I didn't have a car. I would have had to put him down. There wouldn't have been another option. I didn't have a YouTube channel, like all of these things. And so that was really powerful in my mind, that I had the ability to help him now. I had the means to help him, and from the help and kindness of others and all of the things, like, it had all fallen together so that he didn't have to suffer or be put down, and that it's all changing for the better now. But man, those astrological energies were something heavy. And there's a huge square in the sky, all sorts of craziness. There's a lot more changes to come, a lot more powerful energies. I don't really know where we're going with this. We're just taking a flow. Look at that. Looks like crap now, doesn't it? That's always the fun part. So we're going to start with this guy. We're going to smooth out the edge of what we just created. For your paint pen sticks and grabs, that's okay. Just go smooth it on over. Tell it how much you love it over and over again, and it will heal. I want to give a huge shout out to my husband, who's like been holding down the fort while I've been going through this grief and anxiety with Lucky and where he's at and everything that's going on, and a husband that truly understands the love and care that I have for this animal, when most people would be like, it's just a stupid horse, just like, why do you even bother? Put it down, it's just a hay burner. So thank you, Christopher, for being there and being kind enough to hold me when I couldn't hold myself during this process with my sick ass child. And he is my child. Train that boy to ride and be who he is. Yeah, I don't really know where I'm flowing with this, but we're just flowing. And I know that it's good for me and it's good for you guys to flow. We are currently in the season of Cancer. We just left Gemini, so we are in that watery, flowing energy. We're going to bring a little seam down of this leaf. And we're going to put these guys on this side first. So these long lines will be the, I don't know what you call this part of the leaf. What's this part of the leaf? Serration, not serration, that's the outer edge. But like the veins, maybe? Need to learn my plants. There's also foraging some carrots and clover on my video today that I have yet to post. But we're here. We got to here. We got to where we needed to be. How's everybody else doing out there in the ethers? Because it's mad crazy right now. Had all that distractive energy with everything going on in regards to the Titanic stuff. And I found that like really ironic, interesting that happened, and the focus and attention that it created. And I mean, it was so similar to what when the Titanic itself like was built and then sunk. People, the captains and all the engineers bragged about how it was like this unsinkable ship, and God was like, "Oh, you want it to be unsinkable? Let me show you unretrievable, down to the depths of 12,500 feet unretrievable." And it's not coming back, and no, there's no other option. Like, this is it. Peace out, sayonara. And God did what he did and really like proved what man isn't capable of. And that a tiny little bitty iceberg above the surface can cause detrimental harm. So I found it really ironic that these people so desperately want to explore this very sacred place, this place where many people lost their lives, many people were mistreated in their dying hours. People want to research, they want to know, they want to find out. We're like really flowing free right now, and this is kind of the artwork that my friend Sophie with Salt Hippie gets into. And she taught me how to do the random stuff like this, and so I'm gonna pull in some of her energy for this. But yeah, so man wanted to go in and do more research and find out more things about the hidden Titanic and this and that and all that, and God was like, "No, I put it there for a reason. I don't want you all touching your stupid toys that you think are better than me." Like, I find it very interesting, and the circumstances. And so then there's a lot of people talking about how it's all like one big distraction to what's actually happening, and that being we have a criminal in the White House. You didn't hear me say that. If anybody asks. No, I said it. I'm not afraid. I ain't scared. Take it down if you need to. Yeah, like we have criminals running this country, and we keep becoming distracted by these ridiculous stories that come out and about of people messing with, they're doing that whole FOFA. If you don't know the yes, history does repeat itself. FOFA, fuck around and find out. That, I mean, this is just repeated examples of that, and people are falling for it, which is super sad. But it is what it is. So we're going to do these little bubbles here on the inside. Why? I don't know. Some of this design work also is inspired by my friend Alyssa, who does henna, and she makes all of her own henna from scratch. And she really opened me up to the... Yes, you are done. She opened me up to the beauty and creativity of it. Apparently the park journey wasn't enough for the bunnies. They were saying hello. My little bunny friends. We took them to the park before here, and that was the soonest I could get here. After that, because went out and did Lucky this morning and took Lily to... She's helping out with the surfing camps and our friend's baby. That was a cool manifestation journey that I can share. So in our house, we practice prayer and manifestation. And I know that people say that it's not the same thing and it's anti-Christian, blah, blah, blah. You can believe what you want to believe. However, I know what's worked for us, and I know how much it's changed and impacted our lives in a really positive way. And she was really struggling with the homeschool journey and feeling very alone and feeling very isolated. And not because I don't want her to spend time with people, but I want to pick and choose the people she is spending time with. And if it's not vibing with our family values and our morals and our ethics, we're going to choose not to spend that time with those folks. And she was feeling down and out, and also her like best friends live really far away, and the one from last year moved, and so it's just she was lonely this winter. And I said, Lily, you got to find your gratitude for where you're at. You got to pray. You've got to ask God to show you the lessons that you need to learn during this time. And this is a time of isolation, and this is a time that you can find out exactly who you are without the influence of anybody else. You can find out who you are meant to be and what impact and effect you're supposed to have on this world as who you are today. And so she did, and she started journaling and journaling and journaling, and it took forever. And she would get super sad and super distraught. And I was like, it's okay. They're coming. I can feel them coming. They're around the corner. I can feel all these friends, and you'll have so much time with these people, and you'll find like you're so busy that you're tired, and it's coming. And so she started babysitting and one of the other things was I said, these friends are going to show up, and you're not going to think that they're friends at first. They're going to show up and look like other people, but then you're going to realize that they are your friends. And so the first friend to show up was our friend Bree, who owns a surfing shop with her husband Riley and their baby. And they teach surf lessons and surf camps and all the things. And we could never do the surf camps because it's way too much monies to try to input 3 children into a camp. So I've just made camp happen. And so she started babysitting for them. And she was like, I really like spending time with Bree and Riley. And I was like, see, like, they're your friends that are showing up. And she goes, wow, I didn't think that that's how it would look. And I said, it never does. It never looks the way that we want it to look. It never looks in how we think it's going to look. It looks completely different sometimes. Sometimes it does, but not all the time. And so from there, she started getting invited to go early morning surfing with a girl that's 16 now. She's got her driver's license. I allow my kid to ride around with this kid because she's like super duper responsible, and they come from like a really nice family, and she's only allowed to drive on the beach road. If you're my mother listening to this, you got to trust that I know what I'm doing. I got him this far. I haven't killed him yet. But she gets to go with this girl and her younger brother, Michael, and they go early morning surfing sometimes. And Michael's the same age as Lily, and that's kind of also why I allow her to go. And those are friends. And so then there's people from the surfing camps that she's meeting and learning and growing with, and she's helping with the surf camps, and she's helping with those other girls. And so all of this is unfolding for her when she was super sad and lonely just like 6 weeks ago. This hadn't unfolded yet. And so you never know where you're going to be or how your life is going to unfold. You never know when those things that you're manifesting are just around the corner. And I can tell you how hard it is not to quit this journey when you want to, because it's too hard. I tried to quit on Monday. I tried to give away my music gigs. And my friend told me no. He's like, I don't want your music gig full time. I'm like, son of a nutcracker. I just wanted to quit, and I wanted to give up. And I know that my manifestation is right around the corner. I know that this whole farm situation is right around the corner. I know that this whole like juice business thing is right around the corner, and that's going to help ease some of this discomfort and difficulties and like help finalize this transition. We're in a transitory phase right now, and so it's just super tough trying to figure it all out from our house and traveling to do kitchen stuff, and it's just busy. So I'm going to hold on to the journey that Lily took Grow where you are. That's so truthful, man. Grow where you are. I'm going to hang on to that wisdom that was given to Lily through me. I don't believe that's my wisdom. I think that's the higher power's wisdom. Um, so yeah, I'm going to hold on to that and know that everything is happening exactly the way it's meant to when it's meant to. I like to do these guys. These are fun. They're like long, swampy petal leaf things. I don't know. Definitely a henna vibe inspiration. And so it's kind of fun to pair up the two different styles of art here. You can go behind me, kiddo. It's not pointing at the wall. What? No. No. We're leaving in 15 minutes. No. Nope. Go put it back. I don't remember where I was, but that's okay. These were a henna vibe inspiration. Maybe that's what I'm saying. Also, something that came up that I thought was really, really cool is that the only reason that I have an amazing, beautiful looking garden this year is because of the love that we have shown and given to these 5 little bunny friends of ours. And they're like, they change my life every day. I think they might be downstairs or outside. I have like this garden bed that I've planted back in 2020, I think. And I haven't been able to get anything to grow there at all. Nothing. And then I finally gave it the bunny treatment, and guess what? It's growing. It's growing so good. And I've got tomatoes that are growing for the first time. I haven't been able to grow tomatoes. They would never take. They would always like flower and then never become a tomato. And the few flowers I had were just a hot mess. But now I've got tomatoes, I've got eggplants coming up, I've got huge pepper bushes, and that was a really cool journey. The bunnies went into the garden and they just bit off the top of my pepper plant, and I was like, "What are you doing? No!" And they chewed off all the tops of my pepper plants. And within 3 weeks, I had pepper bushes, and I was like, "Those little bunny friends, they know what they's doing." How do they know? How do they know? That is the question. We are going to put some dots in here. I need something in this space. So this freeze style of like Zen doodle or whatever it used to be called, there was a name for it, puts you into a place of like free-flowing creativity where you don't care about the outcome, you don't even look for an outcome, you just stay in the present moment, go piece by piece, step by step, see where it's going to take you, all the things. I really find this style of artwork really like freeing, and it took me a very long time to be able to do it. It found me when I was ready for it because I was very structured when I first started the mandala process. Very, very structured. So it's okay to be in that perfectionism mindset. But eventually you can let go and like let all of the journey take you where it's going to take you. And boy, is it a fun journey. Been working on the wall mural at the store. It's helping emotionally a lot, and I feel like on my worst days I go and paint and I feel so much better after doing so. I know that my life comes off, especially on here, as happy, positive, upbeat, funny. However, I use humor to help myself feel better through difficult situations. If you've watched the channel, you know this. It's a trauma response. And I'm like one of those people that hides their emotion really well because I wasn't allowed to have emotions when I was a little girl. I had to show them in silence and in private, and that was also something that, like, being the rebellious warrior that I am, it manifested in like the screaming rageful little child and a lot of the times. But now I'm learning how to feel and navigate through these dark and twisty emotions. Dark and twisty, and we're like twisting around. And still be able to function as a human instead of shutting down, because I used to have to shut down, totally shut down. And I show a lot on here this positive lifestyle and this positive way of living because we need more of that in the world and we need less of the bullshit that's been happening. And the only way that I can change it is by talking about it. So it's not always easy, and that's okay. And I don't want people to think that it's always easy. I mean, I'm here to be honest, and honesty is like, I wanted to quit life the other day. I was like, I just fucking quit, universe. I'm all done. I don't want to do this anymore. And I quit, and I went and I painted a wall mural, and I was like, all right, it's better. And during that painting process, I was like, well, I'm going to go paint, and I'm going to listen to my podcast. It's going to be amazing. And then I go to listen to my podcast and the internet doesn't work. And so then I can't listen to my podcast. And I'm like, fine. Apparently I'm just supposed to sit here in silence. And I did. And then I felt better because I could hear God in spirit again, which I didn't want to hear God in spirit. I just wanted to avoid and not listen and not feel. And so it's funny how we can all just avoid the feelies. But I want to let you all know out there in the ethers, it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel those emotions. Somebody told you not to feel in the past. Tell them in your mind to go F off and feel all the feels that you want. If it means laying in bed all day and watching junk TV for a little bit, do that if it's going to help you feel better, especially if you're somebody that's like racing around and running and doing all these things all the time. You know, live and be free and do a little bit for you. Oh, hey T, what's up? Hi. Thank you for being here. Look at you all chatting it up. Good old friends. Well, we are concluding this journey, and I'm going to grab my oracle cards right quick. You couldn't even see the bottom part of that canvas there, could you? Ooh. All right. So we're not going to just do oracle cards. We are also, you know, funny, Thrawn Cleaver, you say you're from Missouri, but are you from Missouri? Or are you from some like random place out in the ethers? Like, you're going to throw out, well, I was born in Guam and then traveled to South Africa for a while. Or like, are you from Missouri? So how far is it to the coast for you, T? Oh. Oh, born in Colorado. So my uncle Greg had a bread company out in Colorado, in Denver. And that was where he stopped traveling because he ran out of gas in the 1970s. And then started at a bakery and then learned how to, holy cow, 900 people. But he learned how to bake bread, and his name's Greg Bortz, and he started the Denver Bread Company. If you've ever been out that way and experienced it, it's pretty awesome sourdough. He used to send it in the mail. It was amazing. Oh, that's not too far then to go to the coast. And 900 people. Everybody knows everybody, and they all knows everybody's business. That's craziness. I would love to visit too. Start a retreat over there and we'll come make mandalas and pull oracle cards and have a blast with the 900 people in your town. So the cards that came out today are this dragon card here, Nurture All That You Love. Card number 30, Reveal Your Truth on this lady. Have courage. Good old lion for those lion's head bunnies. Be Without Malice. We pulled that card last week. And Show That You Care. Another dragon card. Both white dragons, silvery dragons. So Nurture All That You Love. I spent a good portion of this video today talking about taking care of Lucky, and like this dragon's holding a pearl in his hands, and so really taking care of that which has value to you. And granted, he's holding a pearl, but taking care of the not materialistic things so much. Although, like, you should take care of your house, you should take care of your car, you should upkeep the things that you do love and need in your life, because if you don't show that you love them and show that you care about them, the universe has a handy little way of taking them away. But we need to be pouring ourselves into others, and that also helps to lift our vibration, especially when we are struggling. And so I listened to a podcast by an astrologer that does a weekly forecast, and he was talking about how he didn't want to show up a lot of the times when he was doing this podcast. Like a couple years ago, he just really struggled to show up. And he found that when he did show up, he felt better, and he was glad that he showed up, and that he was also helping to service others and to show other people that he did care about them and that he was there for them. And so that kind of came up today for me too, because like I've been really stressed and emotionally drained and everything. And I was like, I don't want to rearrange my day to go do this. And then I was like, nope, I need to stand up and show the people that I do care and that I do care about this channel and I want to be here and I want to be present. And that's what I did. And I feel better for it. So thank you all for being here and hanging out. Shannon's here too. Yeah, it's a party. It's like a whole party in here. Yay! Thank you for being here. So our next card is this handy lady who, I guess I should show you this other card. It's hard for me to do this. This is the little buddy holding the pearl. So this next card is Reveal Your Truth. And this woman is removing a mask off of her face. A lot of times we hold masks over who we are and we hide who we really are. We don't want people to see us because we think that they're not going to like what they see. We think that they're not going to accept us for who we are. But in reality, if you're not living a life of truth and sincerity and integrity, people will eventually see through it anyway. So take off that mask and allow yourself to be exactly who you are. And as we were talking about Tony, I think it's T for Tony, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But that might be something you struggle with over there in Ireland with 900 people in your town. Like I could totally imagine hiding myself away and not being public about who I am and speaking up about who I am. I could totally see that as a conflict. And so this card reminds us to take off that mask and show our beautiful selves on the underside of that mask, because this lady, I mean, she's gorgeous. She's got these cool mermaid scale elf things. And this mask is really dark and gray, kind of mimicking the color of her hand too. And so shed that darkness, shed that outer layer, show who you really are, and be proud of it. The Courage card came out after that, and that obviously goes along with the theme of showing who you are. It takes huge courage to reveal exactly who you are on the inside. My kids are getting out oatmeal, making noises, and they're out of here. You can go sit on the front porch if you want. So it takes a lot of courage to be who you are and stand in your integrity and stand in your power. I know that I needed courage this week to get through what I was going through, and so I want to remind you guys to have courage for whatever you might be navigating and transforming through and flowing with. Um, so yeah, he's a cool card. Be without malice. Um, this is a great card to remind us to release the anger, resentment, regretfulness, all of the things, the negativity. Lulu's on the porch. Um, to release all the negativity and look at the world from a kinder, gentler perspective. And so I could have held on to this anger and resentment, and I did have hate at one point, which I really struggled not to have. But when I was watching my horse suffering, I was like involuntarily having these hate vibes to these people, and I could have been mean and nasty to that owner today when he came and talked to me, but instead I chose to be without malice. I chose to be kind. I chose to smile and say hey and good morning and take care and blessings. Like, I just wanted to resolve it. And you can't resolve a conflict if you still hold on to grudges, if you're still holding on to resentments. You're never going to resolve that conflict. So we got to let that shit go and do it from a gentler, kinder perspective. Oh, and then some more of showing that we care. This whole reading is talking a lot about having love for others, but also having self-love with that Reveal Your Truth card. And so I find that really interesting. But we need to show others that we care about them. We need to show ourselves that we care about ourselves. And we need to do the right things for our bodies, minds, spirits, and souls so that we can care for others as well. So this card, I don't think, means just care about other people, but also caring about yourself and giving yourself the self-care time that you need by getting out in nature, journaling, painting, getting creative, writing songs, making up stuff, whistling all the time. All of those things are great, wonderful ways to show that yourself that you care and you're investing in yourself, doing yoga, doing exercise, going for a swim, doing a polar plunge if you're up on like the really cold Atlantic part of the ocean. So yeah, lots of awesomeness with these cards, and lots of awesomeness with you all in the chat. I've missed everything. Hey, my mandala babes, I'm off today in divine timing at play. Look at that lion's head in there. Oh, yay, a Saturday in the middle of the week. I was the only one in my village not to wear a mask. They all hate me. They only hate you for a little while, T. They will stop hating you once they see how different you are and how you vibe so differently with other people and how you send off this glow. They will see it. It just takes time. And depending on when you started your awakening journey, it definitely takes a couple of years, but they will see you for the beautiful person and soul that you are. You just have to give it time. What number is on that lion card? We got number 14, mi amiga. 4 people, 44 minutes ago. Woo! All right, my friends. Well, we are off to the beach. We'll do the... Oh, bottom of the deck was Heed Your Dreams. We also got this card last week, too, which is really interesting. So just keep listening to your dreams. Keep living your dreams. And do the best you can to make your dreams reality. And do that through manifestation, gratitude, kindness, love, all of the things. So I've got to head on out of here and take some kiddos surfing. They're ready. They're fed. And we're going to go have ourselves a good day. I hope you all have a great day. Thank you for being here on this mandala journey with me. We're all part of this giant mandala of life. Each person contributing a layer from the little people in this world all the way up to the big people in this world. So thank you all for being here. I want to send you all so much peace, so much love, so much namaste. I really appreciate y'all showing up in the chat room. And if you haven't, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, do all the things for me that I hate talking about, but apparently I'm supposed to. So adios, my friends. Peace.